Good morning and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay this morning. I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm. Okay, so like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those great things. Okay. I hope that you guys are doing okay. As I always say, if you want to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App. Okay. I'm up early having my morning coffee before I get out. I have a I always say I have a meeting with money. And when I say a meeting with money, I mean meeting with people that has it, right? Trying to see if they could use my services to give me some of what they got. Okay. But anyways, you guys, I wanted to talk about the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. I didn't do a video yesterday. I was quite busy on yesterday. I you know, when I talk about, I remember I read this book probably about 15 years ago with this female black came up with this slogan. And as I was looking on the internet, I was like, wow, I see so many people now have adopted that slogan, and she's not getting her credit because she put it out like 15 years ago when I was really on a journey of trying to find myself, right. We all, as my 20s, I didn't, hey, I think I was just really getting out in the world, or I wasn't, right? Because I was raising kids, and I felt like, especially having my children early, um 19, and then I had my other one probably at 22 or something like that, somewhere around that, because they're 3 years apart. But my 20s, I didn't know anything. I just knew that I was a mother and I was supposed to protect my kids, and my grandmother and my mother was extremely instrumental in helping me with my children. I think that I probably would have been just like any other young girl that was out struggling. Um, and left with two children, struggling, had I not had such a great support system. It's not being braggadocious when I say I never had to buy a diaper, because as long as I went to school, my dad made sure that he brought me boxes. He would go to Sam's and buy the big boxes of diapers for me every month. And I had so many diapers and pull-ups. I was getting ready to give them to my friend Vanessa, and then when she had her baby, but I found I was pregnant, and I had so many in my closet. Even when I had my second baby, I didn't have to buy diapers, right? Because I had so many, and he just kind of picked up from that, right? And then I knew I wouldn't have no more after my second baby, so I ended up giving the leftovers to my cousin. And, I get to thinking about that. I was like, wow, sometimes we can be so judgmental as it relates to single mothers struggling. Because I made some bad decisions. I love my children. I would not want it to be any other way, because if I had them by other men, they wouldn't be who they are, and I want them to be who they are. Right? They would be. I probably would have them, but they just wouldn't be the people that they are. Different men, different children, different people. But I wouldn't have it any other way. But I definitely made some bad decisions, right? And my grandmother used to always say, there ain't but two types of people, child. And that is the caught and the uncaught. And I thought about that because in my teen years, I did things, but I was not, I guess I wouldn't, I guess I had a conscience about doing stuff. I was very cognizant of, I would do some stuff, but I would go, oh, I think I'm gonna go with y'all cousins, but y'all know I can't stay out all night. They was like, well, we gonna stay out all night because we're gonna get an ass whooping anyway. I don't know, I got to go home. But That's why they were looked at as being, and I said that to say this, they was looked at as being bad, and I was looked at as being the good child because I didn't really get caught right, but I was doing whatever because I had a boyfriend up in South Memphis, so I was doing whatever it was that they was doing. They was doing other than smoking weed, right? But they got pregnant as teenagers. I didn't get pregnant, but hey, we were at around 17 years old in the 12th grade. I was getting my groove on too. Okay. So that's why my grandmother used to always say it ain't but two types of people. That's the called and the uncalled, meaning we all we all do some of the same stuff, but some of us get caught, some of us don't. So we shouldn't even judge other people, right? And so, I think about that when, we start thinking about when people start going, well, I know this and I know that, they'll try to bring your history up, a history that is no longer a part of your life, as it relates to anything. And I'm talking about anybody. And that's why I say the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing, because people will try and take you off of balance. And I'm getting back to something that happened yesterday where I don't know why people always, and maybe it is a strategy by the universal God, because I believe in God, to keep me on track, to keep me pushing. Because when I feel like there's opposition, it makes me push harder. It makes me stay focused. When people try and put stumbling blocks in my way, I go, no, they're not gonna close a door that I want to go in. I'm gonna kick that bitch in. Okay. Sometimes it has not been good for me. I've gone into doors that I probably shouldn't have gone in, right? But for the most part, it has been good for me. I was thinking about something that happened yesterday where I was like, dog, why are people always people that don't even know me, always trying to put stumbling blocks in my way? Like they don't know me, but they just automatically look at me and go, we're gonna block her. But a lot of times when there's greatness on your life, that's what people do, right? They go, okay, well, I'm gonna try to block you. And so I called my mom and was talking about that, and she was like, I just think, hey, you're not going to church as much as you should, and you need to, but we just got to consistently pray, because my mother believes, in consistently praying and letting God do the work, right? And I was like, well, yeah, that's true. She said, but listen, did you get what you needed? I said, I sure got it. She said, well, then it don't, nothing else matters. And that's why I say the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. It don't let it bother you or take you off of track, especially when you're on your journey and people start trying to bring up your past. They try to bring up your past because they can't touch your future, right? They can't touch a picture of your future, and so they want to try to bring up your past. But keep the main thing the main thing. Keep going on. Go. You know what? I did that. I did that. It's done. I did it. I did it. It's done. Hey, whatever. I moved on from that. When people try to block you from ascending or moving forward, they actually can't do it, right? They actually can't do it because your attitude determines your altitude, right? So if you kick into overdrive and go, you know what, or get focused and say, you know what, I know what this person is trying to do. Hey, but I'm still going to be like a cavalier. I'm gonna continue to move forward. I'm not going. I'm gonna go around this any way that I can. I'm not going to stop and argue and go back and forth with this person, because see, when you start trying to argue and go back and forth with people, it takes your energy away, right? It starts to take your energy away. It starts to take away what the focal points. Don't do that. Keep the main thing, right? And so my mom said, did you get what you needed, even though that person tried to present opposition? Did you get what you needed? I said, yes. She said, well, that's all that matters. And it made me think about my dad used to say all the time, you don't care what people don't want to do. You don't care how they look at you. You don't care what they do. As long as they get you what you need, you don't care what they say, how they say it. Um, it's all about the bottom line. That's what my dad used to say. It's all about the bottom line. You don't care what kind of attitude they got. Get what you need. You know, when I just like last week, I was having meetings. My dad used to always say, look, you go in there, you be a lady, okay? When you have these meetings and you're trying to get people to subscribe to your products, okay? You go in there, right, with your words, with your professionalism, and you come out with a suitcase load of money. Okay. You come out with your bag. And that's why I say the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. There are so many gifts that people have on the inside of them, right? But they have the wrong people around them, or they're afraid of what people are gonna say. They're afraid of disappointment. Anything worth having, there's gonna be some disappointment, right? There's always gonna be some disappointment. Hey, it's a lesson. When you're going to higher levels, you have to go through, it's not going to be easy. You got to get used to the opposition, because I'm telling you, when you start ascending to where there's some real money, you got to have the tough skin, because millionaires are pretty blunt. Okay, they're pretty blunt. They didn't get what they have by being soft, right? And so you have to learn how to keep the main thing the main thing. Okay. One of the things yesterday, well, I was going to say one of the meetings that we was in, but if you think about it, there are certain people in certain professions. When you go in and you start talking about this and that, and they'll say, well, you know what we have to do is we gotta deal with the main thing and what's going to support that. Okay. And if you're going to ever ascend to wherever you want to be in life, live comfortably, have a you know, whatever it is that you want, the white picket fence, the good husband, the good wife. What you have to do is keep the main thing the main thing. Don't worry about people saying, well, you ain't married, you are a certain age and you're not married. It does not matter, right? It could be that you're not ready, you wasn't ready for that, but you're positioning yourself at this point, right? Because it doesn't matter what age you are. Once you make up your mind, this is what I want, what you have to do is start positioning yourself for that. I tell that to women all of the time, because as women, we're very emotional beings, right? It's a lot of men. I see more men like that too now, but as women, we're very emotional. Okay. And I say all the time, when women go, well, I want to get married. I said, well, you have to prepare yourself for that. If you weren't ready for that before, and you're ready for that now, even at your age, and I said, I should have got married at 30 something. No, if you was full of mess, if you was still out there if you just starting to change your life and you ran into a good man, you would not have been a wife to him at that point. You would have been a knife to him, and vice versa. So when you make up your mind and you start keeping the main thing, you start to position yourself. Now, I was told, because I see all these women now, they what they do is they go after men. I was not taught that. I was taught that men are hunters by nature, okay? And men come after the women, okay? Now, what I see now is a lot of emotionally unstable men. They want to come after women that don't, they can't accept rejection. So they want to stalk them and stuff like that. No. If a man comes after you and he thinks that you like him, okay, he's gonna well, if he sees you and he likes you, he's gonna let you know that he likes you, right? It is unheard of to me for men to be feeling like that women are supposed to chase them. That's just not a characteristic of masculinity to me, because I was taught that men were hunters. Now, if women, I know how crafty us women can be. If you like a man, you can position yourself now, because this is what I was taught. You can position yourself to be seen, and if he don't bite, that means he's probably not interested. You just move on. But hey, listen, the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing, regardless to what point you are, at what age you are, if you make up your mind that you want something, whether it's marriage, whether it's a career, whether is that you want to go back to school, get the right people around you that is going to encourage you. It's good for you to have a village of people, your village, and each person has something positive to offer you, encouraging words. Maybe somebody can train you on something. Get in therapy groups, with people that you can trust, that's not going to be telling your business, right? But do whatever is necessary to help you to stay on track and keep the main thing. It's too much, and some people have too many gifts, right? I always say, for them to just be lying dormant, but I always say that we're all connected in to some other people, right? So when you're laxed and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, that means someone that you don't know, that you're supposed to touch and help later on in life, right, kind of goes without, because it is your energy, it is your gifts that is later on supposed to connect to unknown people, to help them, to help to make this world a better place, because that's what this is all about. I'm not naive, right? But I understand that we were all put here for a purpose. I understand that. And I think that's one of the reasons why I go so hard. Of course, we all have our times where, we might get depressed. I get drained. And so that's the reasons why I have to have people that are not consistently pulling from me, because you have to be careful now, because some people have those vampire spirits. They only come around to pull from you, right? They only come around to pull from you. That's it, to drain you of anything that you got. And so that's why you have to be extremely very cognizant of who you have around you, and keep people around you where you all are consistently replenishing each other, because positive words of affirmation and rooting somebody on, you would be surprised about how far that go. Girl, you can do it. You know when you can do that. I love it. Like, I love to encourage people, because that's what I was told, especially when you see that people have gifts on the inside of them. Some people are such vampires. They could see and spot your gifts from a mile away, and because they're so damaged, they'll try to get close to you to try to discourage you. Or they could see that somebody who has the wherewithal, right, to help you may have an interest in helping you, and they will immediately, because of their vampire spirit, try and get close to you and plant bad seeds in your ear, so that you can push away the very thing that could be there to bless you, if nothing else, with words of encouragement, or connect you with something that you didn't know about, that could actually help to take you to another level. That's why I say you have to be very, very careful. And so when I see people who they're full of garbage, and all they want to do is, I'm gonna expose this person, I'm gonna do that, we have to get that garbage out of our lives. You know what I had to start doing, because I have such a kind spirit. I know I be on here talking all the time, but when I'm on the phone and stuff, I listen. I'm a pretty quiet person, right? And so what I had to do was, I had to learn that I was not the garbage can. Okay. People will call you, right? I had to stop giving any and everybody access to me, because it was draining my spirit. People will call you with all of their problems, okay? Girl, such and such, and they'll dump all of their heaviness on you, like you're the garbage can. And the moment that you start going through something, and you call them, they don't want to hear nothing you got to say. I'll call you back. They'll get right off of the phone. They're not going to let you put their heaviness on them. Okay. They will get right off of the phone. So that's why you have to, especially when you're trying to ascend, and you got to keep keeping the main thing is basically just being focused. And you can't be focused when you are letting people use you as their garbage can. It's okay to help people, but that's supposed to be reciprocated, right? You encourage somebody, hey, they call and they talk to me about what's going on with them. Hey, I can give them encouraging words. But if I'm the only one that's putting out, at some point you're going to get depleted, right? And I think that's the issue with so many people. They want to take, right? But they don't ever want to replenish anything because most people are so selfish, right? That's why their asses don't never get nowhere. But it's always good to keep the main thing, right? The main thing, right? So you want to get married, start putting your position in yourself, right, to be a good healthy spouse for somebody, right? Because if you jacked up, well, I was jacked up, but she sure helped me to get myself together. I'm not gonna let nobody deplete me. Hell, you jacked up, and I'm supposed to be your damn therapist while you depleting me. Well, I used to do this. I used to kill people, but she talked me out of doing it. That's insanity, right? You have to deal with people. People might have a past, but when they make up their mind, listen, this is what I want, and I'm gonna position myself. They say when the student is ready, the teacher appears. When a person is ready for something and they position and get themselves ready for it, everything that they need just start appearing. I promise you. All you got to do is have a made up mind and keep the main thing the main thing. Get all of that garbage away from around you. Stop being messy and stop intaking. Stop trying to set traps for other people. Focus and keep the main thing the main thing. Position yourself and say, I'm ready, and watch and see. Don't everything you need start to appear. You're going to go, who is that person? I don't even know that person. Why are they trying to help me? And they ain't going to want nothing from you, right? They may not even be in your life, but they might help you to connect a dot that's going to get you to another level. And you'll go, dog, that person, I ain't seen that person in years, but I sure remember that they helped me. When you're ready and you keep the main thing, everything that you want and need will start appearing in front of you, right? And it may not even come in the form that you may want it or feel like it should come in. Go, dog, I thought it was gonna be this person that they helped me. Folks gonna start falling off. Well, you thought that they was gonna go to the moon. But when you are ready and you keep the main thing, just like they say, as when the student is ready, the teacher appears. When you keep the main thing, and you position yourself, when you're ready, everything that you want will be in arm's reach because you will be in a position to handle it the way that it should be handled and not fumble it. Okay. I know I went all around the world on that. Okay. I got into a whole lot of other stuff when I was talking about, not judging, and there ain't but two types of people. No, we're none of us are innocent. I don't really have a bad past at all because I went out there like that, but I'm still not innocent. I would never get on here because I've done some things that I know I probably should have been punished for, right? Because all of us be having that vindictive spirit sometimes, and you look back and say, Lord, why did I do that? Lord, I'm so glad that nobody ever found out because it sure was me. Okay, I sure did that. Okay, but forgive me. So none of us are innocent. We all are carnal beings. Okay, it's just a good thing about it is you just have to go ahead and do better because I showed and got my get back on some folks. Okay, but hey, that's the reason why I say we none of us can judge anybody because we've done things that people that my mother would be on her knees on her bedside saying, Lord, I know my child did not do that. I didn't do that. I got to tell y'all this. I got so tickled. My sister said that she was talking to my mama the other day. I got mad. I got mad, and I was into it with one of my relatives, and I mean we got into it bad. And so my mama said, I never thought my sister said, my mom said, I never thought I would have a child that could could say the things that she say. She never heard me cussing and doing that. See, my sister don't cuss like that. Y'all, I heard my mother cuss maybe one or two times, and that was when I was like, dog, it's so weird, hearing my mother even say damn, because it's either damn. I've never heard my mama call nobody B's or H's or anything like that. But even then, she don't cuss at all now. But she said, my mama said, I never could do nothing with that girl. She just always did what she wanted to. I don't know what to do but to keep praying on her. So y'all just keep praying for me. Okay. My mama praying for me. Y'all keep praying for me too. But hey, listen, um, that's why I say we all go through the same things. We cannot judge each other. We all go through the same things. Okay. Either you're going into a storm or just coming out of one. That's why I don't understand when people just when they come out of theirs and they see somebody else going through theirs, they have the nerve to be judgmental. But get about keeping the main thing the main thing. It's so much going on in the world and so many people that are unfortunate, and there's so many people that have the gifts that's needed to help. You can't help everybody, but if everybody got about doing what they were supposed to do, nobody would ever go lacking, especially emotionally, physically, and hey, when I say physically, I'm talking about hunger and all of that. If we got about our journeys and keeping the main thing, staying focused and letting all of the garbage and stuff drop off, you will be a force to be reckoned with. Okay. But anyways, like I said, I went all around the world on this video, but hey, I felt the need to get on here and do that, because I'm getting ready to go. I gotta go to another meeting today. Praise the Lord. And at that meeting, I'm gonna have me a check waiting for me. So praise the Lord on that, okay? So, but that's why you have to keep the main thing in spite of opposition. Keep the main thing the main thing, okay? That's all that matters. It's always about the bottom line, okay? Always. But anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App.